we just lost probably one of the greatest, in my opinion, human beings to ever walk this earth. He was probably one of the most revolutionary people, not just within sports, not with just in civil rights, but just in modern history, just for the past 50 years. Like, I've seen a lot of them. Excuse me. And honestly, his life is a true inspiration. And if you've actually read into it, and it was just weird. I was just thinking about a few days ago. Like, one of my favorite quotes of all time. I think it was even today. I think it was even yesterday. I don't remember. Or maybe it was because I read up about him being on life support. I don't remember. I thought of my favorite quote by him. And it was one of my favorite quotes for a long time. And it was a very powerful quote. No Viet Cong called me a nigger. It is one of my favorite quotes I've ever seen. For those who don't know the context of it, it should be obvious, but you know, we could have young people and they don't know. It's all good. Or just people who just don't know the actual context of it. But that was his reason for evading the draft to go to Vietnam. And his reason, like I said, was no Viet Cong called me a nigger. And I thought for the civil rights, that's an extremely fucking powerful quote. Because it pretty much sums up everything. Is that we're fighting, the United States was fighting overseas, but the United States was dealing with its own, like, division and race and all that shit. Just that message within that quote is so fucking powerful. It's amazing. And it just blows me away. And just like I said, it's just so powerful. Oh my God. Just in general, for a lot of people don't know, is that when it came to Muhammad Ali, he was like one of the first sportsmen to, like, in any sport, any athlete. I can't believe I said sportsman. Any athlete to actually openly talk about politics or things outside the ring. And because usually, it's either was taboo or it had nothing to do with it. And he said, hey, it's okay, guys. You guys can talk to me. Hey, Martin. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. Sorry, like, cord dropped. But anyways. It's just like, hey, Martin Luther King died. I would like to comment that. Like, I would love that shit because even in sports today, you see some of that. I like how they don't push it too much because, we want to keep a separation from sports and politics and shit. But the thing is, with Muhammad Ali, he was just so powerful within the civil rights movement, but also be the greatest in the world. I remember one of the first things I ever saw in a long time was, I think it was a Linux ad for IBM, and it was basically, it was showing a clip of saying, I shook up the world, I shook up the world, I shook up the world, and just, you could see just fucking, just Ali, he's just yelling at this out like he fucking, like, he's giving his 150%. He wants you to fucking know he gave everything he did, and he does not deserve to be shat on for all the things he's done in his life. And it's just so incredible. And just, man, like I said, just the guy had just such a long and amazing career, and it was just, I'm just amazed. Like, his type of story is kind of, I was actually thinking about this a few years ago, where I would use a lot of his life as a basis for, like, a fictionalized story. Like, they make this kind of, I wouldn't say like this Gary Sue or like indestructible character, like, I don't know, like a John Cena or some shit. But I was thinking, like, imagine this guy would have such a legacy and have so much impact and all that stuff and kind of that stuff, and I would use a lot of Muhammad Ali's life as a basis for that. Of course, like, it's fictionalized, but you guys get my point. It's just, that's how amazing his life is, and just how this dude really he really fought with Alzheimer's, and he's been a very strong guy. But you know what? I thought the Drudge headline I saw really summed up how what Ali was going through when he was on life support. He was for the fight of his life. But you know what, guys? He was on this planet for 3/4 of a century. He accomplished a lot of it in his younger years. Not a lot of people could do that, and I guarantee you, I wish I could be like him in that regard. Just guys, we've lost like I remember when Nelson Mandela died. I remember I said, we lost one of the most important and influential people ever. And when Muhammad Ali, like guys, I know you may take it to a stretch of the imagination, but Muhammad Ali, I feel the same exact way. This dude is just, he was this force of nature. And he was just so influential. He kept going, and he just, when people put him down, he was just like, no, fuck you, I will keep going. And it's that type of inspiration that keeps you want to stay up on your feet, that even when the heaviest odds are against you, that you can still stand strong and stand tall. Ali will be forever into a lot of hearts, not just African Americans, but every human being. He shows the human spirit that not a lot of people can have a lot of days. Not to show the strength. Sorry. They don't have the strength that Ali has very much. And we won't really see that a lot today. And he was very unique in that regard. So yeah, guys, to close this all out, we lost a really incredible human being. But you know what? He lived a long life, and he's up there right now. And that's coming from an atheist. He's in a better place. I guarantee you it. Props to him. My condolences go out to his family, his fans, and all that stuff. Well, including me. But yeah, just rest in peace, Ali. Like, very incredible person. If you guys have not learned about like his history and where his background is and how all the things he stood up against, I guarantee you. No, sorry, not guarantee you. Blah, blah, blah. I wish you guys right now, when this video is done, to look up any documentary, any interview, raw footage, any of his fights, and you'll see, just even by watching a clip, and it doesn't matter which type, if it's him talking about politics, if it's him carrying the torch at the, Olympics in Atlanta, you can tell the greatness, you can see it within him by just looking at him and how the way he acts and how he walks, talks, you can feel it right from there. Anyways, guys, I feel like I'm drawing this out a lot, but yeah, guys, I suggest you guys do that right now because I'm about to end this video. But yeah, man, rest in peace, the champ, the greatest. You will be missed, and I mean that 115% with all my honesty. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Take care, and I'll see you all in the future. Peace.